Okay.
Well,
So
I'm trying.
Thanksgiving. Are we not live?
I
Hmm.
don't think so.
You're
It's
live on my page.
okay. So there's a delay.
No,
It
I'm
says live.
trying to find it on Facebook.
Just
It's on
ignore
my.
it.
Okay.
We're
You're not,
live.
you're not live on Mary's page.
All right.
Right.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
what I'm saying.
Hold on.
I don't know where we're live at, but we're live somewhere in
We're
Facebook.
live somewhere.
Hold on. I got it.
Did you get it?
I got it. All right. We should now be live on your page.
Okay. So, technology. Thanksgiving is actually one of my favorite holidays. And it's my favorite holiday because of all the food that's involved with it.
That's what my child just told me. He got very upset when people had Christmas lights on and it wasn't even Thanksgiving. And he said there was a holiday in between Halloween and Christmas, and it's the most delicious holiday.
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
Okay. And there's, we're going to get into Thanksgiving with families later. One thing actually wanted to talk about first was, you may have noticed I posted something up on my page. It is something called Podcast-thon. And what it is they're getting all these podcasts. It's an international, it's a global event, and they're going to air on a specific date, all right, or a specific time frame, and it's to bring awareness to a particular charity that the podcast feels strongly about. Okay, there'll be, when I signed up women petpreneurs and traveling groomers, I had to, pick my charity, the website, the donation page, all that sort of good stuff for it. Okay. So I'm not sure how they're going to track it. I understand this is the first year they're doing it. So we'll kind of see how it does. Right. It took me probably 20 minutes to get all fully registered on their website to get the podcast up on it. So anyway, Traveling Groomers podcast is going to support the Pet Stylist Relief Fund.
Yay!
And not sure exactly how that works, but I think what we're going to do, so the episode, we have to already title the episode and whatever. So that episode is, how can you help? What did I title it? I forget what I titled it. Hold on one second. I got the title right here. Giving back to your community. Okay. So we'll talk about how the podcast, that particular podcast, and it will be an extra podcast. It won't be part of the regular schedule. Will be, how can you give back to the community in which supports you? All right. So in the case of this one, it's the Pet Stylist Relief Fund. So I think what we're probably going to do is we're going to put the word out. We want a sponsor for that, a business, a company who will sponsor that particular episode, and that money will go to the Pet Stylist Relief Fund, along with encouragements to, that's the weird animal fact. Okay. Along with encouragements for everybody to do it. So if you are going to, what is today? Isn't today Giving Tuesday anyway?
Mm.
Okay. So it's Giving Tuesday. So if you go over to the Pet Stylist Relief Fund.org page and make a donation, just in the notes, put where you heard it so we could start tracking where the money is coming from. My other podcast, Women Petpreneurs Presents Family Readiness, we are sponsoring Bishop's Mission.
Nice.
Excellent.
Again,
Excellent.
we're going to be looking for a sponsor, a company to come in and sponsor. You'll get, I'm not sure how we will do it. We will do it at the very least a commercial.
And what's the minimum donation?
I don't know yet.
Yeah, that's important to know. I got $10,
All right. It's got to be more than $10.
Yeah.
And maybe does 500 sound fair to be a sponsor for that? And it's just one episode.
Yep.
Mhm.
So not going to be part of the normal, like for Women Petpreneurs, we don't have any real sponsors anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
So can I pop in real quick just to talk about Bishop's Mission, just so people have an idea of what it is?
One second. All right. maybe we'll have, well, Kate will already be on. She's running. No, more than $12. Oh, more than $12. Okay. I'm thinking $500. And for the traveling groomers, we normally have 5 commercials in there. So we could do 5 sponsors at $500 a piece, and all of that money would go to the Pet Stylist Relief Fund. Okay. That's not it. The episode doesn't air until March. So there's time to figure out the particulars behind it. And I know most people are familiar with what the Pet Stylist Relief Fund is. And for those who are not, Denise is heading that up.
Mhm.
And for the older people who've been in the industry a little longer, you might remember GEEF, Groomers Emergency Assistance Fund. So that folded, and Denise is resurrecting it. It is a 5013C charity. Okay.
It is.
Pedro agrees with me. Go for $500. So we'll figure that out as we go along. But I think that the money that comes into us, all right, is to help groomers faced in a disaster situation. Okay. What it is for would be for cases like what just happened in Florida, North Carolina, and the hurricanes ran through. California could be wildfires, tornadoes, mudslides, earthquakes. I mean, we're running the list of what falls under what FEMA categorizes as a disaster. So it doesn't have to be an actual natural disaster. It can be a man-made disaster as well, but falls under the category of what FEMA says. So, but it's not because you need to make an insurance payment or you need new tires for your car. That's not what it's about. All right. It's about a disaster situation. Okay? And then Bishop's Mission, which you may not have heard about just yet. Okay. And Angie could talk more about Bishop's Mission since she's on the board for that as well.
Okay, so what Bishop's Mission is first responders see a lot of dark things. And that's fire, EMS, police, medical. There are times in your career that things occur and your brain can't really process what just happened because it's so
traumatic.
It's traumatic. It causes trauma.
Yeah.
But it's part of the job, which those that do the job understand it's part of the job. However, it doesn't help you process it any better. So they have done studies and they have shown that first responders recover better with the assistance of a dog while they're getting peer support. So talking to someone else who gets it, who's been on the job, who's been in those spots where you're like, oh, that was bad. So what Bishop's Mission does is it brings the dog to the first responders. So when there's a critical incident and there is trauma that these people are dealing with, the first responders, they can talk to their peers about what occurred so they don't have things like ongoing night terrors. Alcoholism isn't top of the list. Back in the day, that was a huge thing in most and many departments because people didn't know how to process. So I was actually really, really glad that I was allergic to alcohol because that was never an issue for me. But for a lot of people, that's where they turn to alternative methods of dealing with the stuff. So this helps them not have to do that, is by having the dog there, having the peer support, so that these people can continue to do the good work that they're doing. And that's what Bishop's Mission is all about.
All right, I want to answer Pedro's thing. He says he's a man-made disaster. Now, here's the thing. Are you listed under FEMA guidelines as a man-made disaster?
Well, okay, now technically, wouldn't he be a woman-made disaster?
Sorry, Pedro, you're so out of luck.
So, because your mom had you. Just saying.
Okay, so, and anyone who's listening who has a podcast and wants to become involved with that, shoot me a message on Facebook. I'll send you over the link to do that. Okay. Where were we? Okay. So stay tuned. All right. Man-made first. All right. Moving it along.
Technicalities.
All right. Holidays are coming up. Okay. And some of us don't have the luxury of saying, I'm not having dinner with these people. Okay. And if that's your case, that's, you know what, fine. You know what? Make the best of the situation. Okay. Be an adult. Be the adult and deal with it. Okay. But I will be the first one to tell you that if you don't want to, and it is really going to impact your mental health, then don't. Okay. You can make up any reasons why you can't be there on Thanksgiving, right? You could be on your way to the emergency room. Oh, sorry, I can't make it. I'm sick. I think I have COVID. I don't want to there's like 1,000 excuses that you can use to not be there. Okay. I have not had Thanksgiving dinner with any of my side of the family. I'm not talking about my kids. I'm talking about my brothers in probably 15, 20 years. Right. And that's for my mental health because they're toxic. And I don't feel I have to put myself in that situation. So if you decide to go that route, know that you have my full support on that.
Yeah, it's always scary when people say, but it's family. No, just because they're family doesn't mean they get to treat you like garbage.
No, they don't. Oh, okay. And here, Chris, we were just going to talk about Chris's solution to dealing with a dinner that may not be as much fun as she would like it to be. You there, Chris?
I don't know. Am I here?
Well, we can hear you.
We can't see you.
Which sort of?
It's dark.
It's so dark.
It's
I'm
so
in
dark.
the car. Hang on. What did I say?
We're kind of like Schrodinger's crib. Is she there but not there?
Okay. So anyway, she's
You
here.
can't drive like that.
Okay. So Chris, tell
Go
us
ahead.
about your idea of having to do a family dinner may not be as fun as you would like it to be.
Okay. So it's called Holiday Bingo because when we have these get-togethers with family, not like we may love everyone involved, but they may also make us a little crazy. And they'll sometimes say the same type of things over and over again, or the same thing every time. So what you do is you make them the bingo caller. Only they can't know they're the bingo caller. You make up a bingo card and you keep track of everything they're going to say. And the first person to get bingo, and you can do this like electronically on your phone so it's not as obvious. Mary would like to print out the bingo card, so you have to hide the bingo card and then mark it with gravy or cranberry sauce.
Cranberries.
Yeah. So you dip your finger in the gravy, and then you got the card with it.
That's hard. But you can also, we're all so much in our phones these days. It's almost easier to do it electronically and just with markup and be like, boom, boom. No, I was looking up a recipe, checking the recipe, texting a friend. And then you have to, if you get bingo, you have to slip it into the conversation without them knowing that they're the bingo caller. So you have to be like, say you're watching the dog show and you get bingo. You go, you know, one day I would love to see a dog named Bingo at the dog show. Because the purpose of this game, because it can sound mean, but the real purpose of this game is to take something that would normally grind our gears and to just smile and kind of have fun with it. Because you know you're going to miss the person eventually when they're not there. Probably.
This is what happens when you forget to pay your electric bill.
Okay, Laurel usually pretends to be sick and then stays at home. And like I said, I can 100% get behind that. Okay. But to be clear on why I stopped having family dinners with my brothers, is because I would spend 4 days doing this. A day to clean the house, okay? A day to bake beforehand, then the day of cooking, and then another day of cleaning up. That's 4 days of my time, okay? And I would have family members literally drop 3 cans of green beans on the counter as their contribution to dinner, right? No help.
Canned?
What was that?
She was questioning canned.
Canned. 3 cans of green beans.
Well,
Okay.
first of all, beans or peas you can't get from a can because the canning process makes them flippin' mushy.
Apparently they thought that was a fine addition to Thanksgiving dinner.
But in a pinch, frozen is excellent.
Actually,
Oh yeah, frozen
frozen
was great. No, it
good.
wasn't frozen; it was canned. But anyway,
No, I could have dealt with frozen. I can deal with frozen quite nicely, thank you.
all right. And then no help. My brother, as I finally sit down to dinner, all right, makes note that the gravy boat was empty.
Did you ask
That's
them if
pro-
the legs
That's
are broken?
prolonged side eye.
But
Yeah. Are your legs broken, hon?
Would you like them to
you
be?
know,
Because it's right over there.
yeah, literally 10 steps to the kitchen. But
Mhm.
anyway, and then they would get drunk and fight. One brother would be hitting on the wife of another brother. It was ridiculous. But
Oh,
anyway,
wow. People pay
Yeah,
money
that
for
was-
that kind of drama, though.
yeah, no, okay. And I decided that I was hosting all the dinners and I was going to stop hosting all the dinners. All right. So I let my brothers know that, hey, I'm not doing Christmas this year. Okay. So they had Christmas dinner, but did not invite us because they were mad that I wasn't hosting Christmas as well.
Wow. Okay.
That's audacity.
Yeah. So I will be forever salty about that.
That's fair.
Yeah, fair.
Mhm.
That's fair. I am spending my first Thanksgiving alone with my dogs. And I totally forgot to defrost my turkey breast. And I'm like, nah, I don't care.
Take it
I'm
out and put it in a paper bag
Well,
now.
I'm just going to have it for Christmas.
Fair.
And I'm like, you know what? I can eat whatever I want.
Yeah. Whenever you want, whatever you want.
Whatever, whenever. I'm like, yeah,
Mhm.
I might have frozen pizza. Just because I
So,
did.
Jamie, I've got reservations at the really good restaurant, literally right down the street from me, with enough portions to have all the pre stuff, all the meal and dessert, and probably some alcohol, and then come home and not clean up and not cook or bake things that I don't want, like 2 pumpkin pies, you know?
Mhm.
We'll just have whatever it is we'll have there and call it a day. And I've got reservations again for now Christmas.
Nice. Yeah, I plan on spending it with my dogs and Alistair, my kitty. And I can't wait. I'm excited to have whatever it is that I decide to make.
The freedom
I
of
want
choice.
I'm just like, yeah, exactly. Thank you. Jamie says,
Every
"Get
year I
that-
invite my receptionist and she loves being home alone. She's like, nope, I'm quite fine staying at home. I'm like, you're fine. I just always feel like I have to offer.
Yeah. And I'm happy about it.
That's nice. That's a good feeling.
I'm
It's
glad. I'm so
really-
happy. I'm so happy that you're happy this year and things are going well. I still want to feed you because that is how I show love, and you cannot escape my house without getting food.
Yes, I know. As she says to me after giving me literally a crate of Peeps. At
As
Easter time.
Angie will attest, you cannot escape my house without some food.
All right. Hey, Jamie.
I was eating Peeps till September.
Hey, Jamie, you're going to realize after not hosting for the very first time and how wonderful it is not to host. Okay. And you're going to be like, I ain't never going to do this again. Yeah. That was me, Jessica. I was the designated host. Okay. And it gets old really fast when nobody helps out. And in fact, the only time I got a real dish at that dinner from a sister-in-law was when they were trying to rope me into babysitting her kid while she went to state trooper school, and she couldn't do the one that was local. Apparently she had to go to the one to upstate New York to do it. And they were trying to rope me into babysitting a 4-year-old kid who was not fully potty trained yet.
Oh, and poor
Yeah,
Laurel. I have no shame either. I just say, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I'm not going to do it.
That's not like a weekend kind of thing. That's a 6-month deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should have like a Thanksgiving dinner via Zoom for all.
Oh, that would be hilarious. Yeah, because I'm going to be at home. I'm cooking, but I'm cooking all the stuff I want to cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we could do a Thanksgiving Zoom dinner, and we could all sit. Angie will have her frozen pizza. I will be at a restaurant via home.
Mm.
Okay.
And I'm putting mushrooms on it. You know why? Because I want them.
See?
And not anyone can tell you you can't have them.
I
Now,
can have them if I want them.
now, Mary,
Yes.
I have a question and I'm asking this in Judgy Childless.
Okay.
But isn't 4 years old a little old to not be potty trained?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they wanted her to stay with me so that I could do the toilet training for them.
Yeah, honestly, not for a boy, but for a girl, yes.
Okay.
Sometimes boys will extend on into a 4-year-old still.
No, this was a girl.
Yeah.
Girl. Okay, but Pedro, you prepare your own. Get that hungry man dinner. Okay. We actually, you know what? I think maybe for next year we should plan this to do
We
a
should.
live Zoom
Yeah,
Thanksgiving dinner.
I think that'd be great.
Oh my God. You know what? Just so you can see, if I host again, so you can see the insanity that I cook for 3 to 4 people tops. Mindy was mocking me earlier today that I got a 22-pound bird for 2 people because I'm not eating it.
I mean,
Okay, I have a very valid reason for this. And it's
Okay.
actually, it's only like 21.8 pounds or 21.5 or something. So my extremely valid reason is leftovers are good, freezers exist. I got a new vacuum sealer thing, so they won't get frostbite in the freezer. And the best reason of all, ShopRite was giving it away for free. I spent my $400 over the past couple months, and that is the max for the free turkey. So if I can choose between an appropriately sized bird or like 15 extra pounds for free, I mean, come on.
okay.
Flawless logic.
I mean, no explanation needed here. You can make as much food as you want. I think that's amazing.
Because,
Better than only making a couple of turkey pitas and having no leftovers and having your husband look at you for the next 8 days why you didn't make the whole turkey. I'll tell you that much right now. That'll never happen again. It was his choice too. Yeah, just make some pitas. That's great. Yeah, let's do that. I did it. And no, it was
never
bad.
pull your bluff again, will he?
He'll never say, yeah, he's asking for cherry pie. He's asking, that's what I want to hear. Tell me what you want and I'll make it.
Yes.
I had a conversation with someone earlier about how important communication is because people are not mind readers.
Yep.
If you have something you desire, use this method here of letting other people know. There's also this thing called writing. So you can take an instrument, put it to paper, and write it down. And
There's
give it to
texting.
them.
There's email. There's letters. There's so many ways.
All of these things form communication.
Yeah.
You can do any of them, but you need to do one of them.
I can do pea salad, Pedro, by the way. I love peas. I love peas in just about everything. There's
Yes.
very few things that you can add peas to that I'm like, maybe not there. But peas are good.
I'm an anti-food mixer.
So casseroles are not for you.
No, I don't really like. Don't be.
What's the sauce, Angie? What's the sauce?
Everything's got to have its own spot.
Yep.
And don't be like cramming my other food with peas.
Mhm.
Peas are good at peas. Don't be putting peas on the other things.
No, you do
Peas
mashed
is
potatoes and
good.
corn, mix it together.
Oh,
I know. That ruins the
peas,
mashed
corn,
potatoes.
mashed potatoes.
Uh-huh.
All
I think
so
there's a
good.
thing going around on Facebook too. A lot of people are saying, if I come to your house and you have peas in your macaroni and cheese, you're gonna die.
I'm
You're gonna die.
Literally, don't be putting peas in. No.
That sounds insane.
Mac and cheese,
Now-
you have peas on the side. There's peas on the side. Don't be putting the peas in the same bowl as the mac and cheese because then I have to pick all the peas out.
Yes.
Mac and
Well, see, Angie, this is why I am a conscientious hostess. And in my casserole dish of mac and cheese, only a little less than half will have peas in it.
She puts peas in her mac and cheese.
For me. Half of it will have peas because I'm pro peas. Go for it, Pedro.
Yeah.
I said
I'm with Chris. Put peas in everything except maybe fruit salad.
Oh, Jamie, I'm a purist as well. Nothing mixed. Butter is the only thing that goes on my mashed potatoes. That is so true.
yes.
All right. Hey, Angie,
Hot corn?
I'm making a casserole for dinner tonight in the oven as we speak. And it's got ground round noodles, mozzarella cheese, and tomato sauce.
Okay, but that's kind of like a lasagna. That's okay. That's different.
Not
It
exactly.
only gets weird when you start throwing veggies in there.
And I'm just thinking the next time I make it, Angie, I'm putting peas in it.
Yeah.
No. No, that
But
just
what
went
about
right down my
shepherd's
spine.
pie?
No,
But
nope.
what about shepherd's
Oh,
pie?
now I'm itchy. Mm-mm. Don't be doing that.
You know, in fact, if it wasn't already like done, I'd throw them in right now, but it's a little
And you
late.
take a picture and send it to me just so I
I
can get
will
it.
absolutely. The next time I make it, I'm going to be tossing peas in there.
And go click.
Yep.
She'll only put one P, and you have to find it.
No.
No,
So there will
And
be
Angie
many
probably
peas
will.
in it.
mac and peas. Yeah, that
Mac
would
and
be mac
peas.
and peas instead of mac and cheese. Yeah,
Right,
no,
mac and peas, right?
yeah. No, you can't be willy-nilly throwing vegetables and stuff, folks.
Yeah.
Vegetables belong on the vegetable side, and then the meat's over here, and the potatoes are over here.
Christina, yeah, that was like one of the few things that I loved at Boston Market was that sweet potato casserole they made. So we're up on the half hour or more, and I've got my pealess casserole in the oven, and it's just about done.
What did you say, Mary? What did you call
Pealess.
it?
Y'all are nasty. I see that you're under Chris's influence.
Because I'm 12. I'm 12. And I'm okay with that.
All right. So should we go on to the weird animal fact?
Oh, we can. We're already past, so it's
That's
fine.
okay.
Oh no,
All
we
right.
want it.
No,
We
no.
want it.
Weird animal
Huh?
fact.
All right. I was doing practicals for rabbit grooming, so I don't have like the standard weird facts. I just have a video that I'm going to play, and that's all I got because I'm up to my eyeballs and stuff to do here. So here we go. All right. So Chris will like this one. I was kind of hoping she'd be here. So turkey droppings tell a bird's age and sex. So male turkey poo are J-shaped, while female turkey poo is actually spiral. So that is your weird fact.
I need more than that.
Wait,
If you want
male
more
turkey poo is what?
Say again.
Male turkey
Male
poo is what?
turkey poo.
They're
What again?
J-shaped. They're shaped like a J, where females are spiral.
I'm gonna need more than that.
All
Why?
right. Why?
Why?
Yeah.
It's the way that their system functions. Okay, so when a male turkey defecates, it comes down and it's basically shaped like a J, whereas the females is spiral shaped. So it comes out in a spiral.
That's how
Also,
they're made. Like when hair comes out of the follicle. Is that what you're saying?
pretty much.
Okay.
So
Uh,
so I
so-
can't. So wait a second.
Whatever you're getting ready to say, yes. That's why you can't. Yes, you can't say that.
So
And
I
she
can't.
did.
I
Yes.
can't talk about weird animal penises, but you can talk about weird animal anuses.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, just
Yes.
checking.
because I take it from the technical point of view. So yeah.
Okay.
So the larger the bird, the older the bird, the larger the droppings, of course.
And Chris, next time it's your turn, you can talk about the reproductive maneuvering of hyenas.
Ooh, now I'm gonna Google that.
Ideas.
It's devastating. You'll love it.
Oh my god. So, yeah,
Sounds my
science,
people.
yeah, that's what it's for science. All right, so each turkey has between 5,000 and 6,000 actual feathers. That way, they take so long to remove the feathers if you do it the old-fashioned way, because there's 5,000 to 6,000 feathers on one bird. That's a lot.
I've
So-
processed turkeys before, and we did them the old-fashioned way. You kind of
That's
you have to have it on a stick, and you dip them in boiling water, and it loosens the feathers. Yeah.
Mhm. Still,
Okay, Jessica Clark. Oh my God, I'm picturing hunters like, ooh, we tracking a male gobbler. Look at them J turds.
so here's the thing: is yeah, actually yes. So when you're tracking birds, you're looking at the scat, because so birds follow a pattern, okay? Because they know where the food is and they remember where the food is. So they make periodic stops and they have a range that they follow. So when you're tracking a turkey, say, you're actually looking for the scat and you'll see it and go, okay, so we have a Jake and we have a number of females, because you're always going to have, in a large turkey grouping, you're going to have the Jake,
Hello.
the oldest male,
I can't make out everyone.
and then a whole
I can't
bunch
make
of
out
females,
everyone.
and then
Yeah.
maybe some babies. So what you're
I'm
looking
doing some
for
everything.
is you're looking for the female, because you're looking for the breast meat on a turkey, and you're looking for older females, but not old females. Sweet spot. So
No turkey call needed.
well, you can actually call the turkeys.
They have special call whistles for that.
They do. But here's the thing: is it's easy to make the call, because I was really good at it when I was like 5 or 6. There's like a little box you use, and and you can get them called back to you. Jakes can be really aggressive. So if you're doing the call and you get the Jake too close to you and you're on the ground, you get wing buffeted and really, really hurt. They also peck, they kick, and they scratch. I knew back when I was on the job, the local mailman. All right, so postal workers wear a blue jacket and it had a red zipper cover, okay? Because we were in the Northeast and it's cold. So the zipper cover covers that so the wind doesn't blow through.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was in a neighborhood where there was a family of turkeys, and he is a large male with a large red stripe because he's got the jacket zipped up all the way to his chin, and there's a large red stripe running down the front of his shirt. To a male turkey, that looks like another Jake because they have the large red thing coming off of their chin.
Mm-hmm.
So he attacked him. He wing buffeted him, he scratched him, and he hurt him really badly. I had to go out and figure out what the deal was, and simply said to him, "Do you have a solid colored jacket you could wear? Because really, that's all it would take. Just stop wearing that jacket. Just wear one that's like all blue."
Or you could just get them when they're poults, like in the springtime when you get your chicks, and raise them, hand raise them yourself, and they're really docile. You can walk amongst them and they're fine.
It was wild turkeys.
Right, absolutely.
Like 20 of them.
Mhm.
And, you know, they had been there before the development went in. The development went in, the turkeys were still there.
Mhm.
And the mailman was getting his butt kicked. So he just simply wore a different jacket, and it solved the problem completely.
All right, before we wrap up, I'm going to do my turkey story, and then we'll see everybody next week. Well, I'm in my mobile grooming van, which is high top vehicle, and I'm behind a very slow moving vehicle. and we're going up a hill that's very curvy. Nobody can pass. Okay. So finally, it's my van and like, I don't know, 30 cars behind me. And he decides I'm going to move over to the side. Thank God. So I gun it. All right. Because, that vehicle's got a V8 in there. Okay. And as I'm gunning it, I noticed that turkeys, who I did not know prior to that could fly,
At 60 miles an hour, by the way. Go ahead.
okay, are flying across the road. Now, everybody behind me with this vehicle that's pulled to the side is now gunning it as well, but they can't see the turkeys because my vehicle is so high.
Oh, no.
So I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to hit one of these turkeys. And so I'm trying to slow down, okay? And as the last turkey is passing in front of my windshield, it turns to look at me with the most absolute look of panic I have ever seen on an animal's face.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the turkey story.
That's a good one.
All right. So, anyway, let's wrap it up. I've got my casserole in the oven, and we'll see everybody next week. I expect most of us to still be in turkey comas.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
And
Happy